Matt, defeat on the road here tonight at Aldershot. How do you assess tonight's performance?
Unfortunately, the players showed self-sabotage tonight. We've got the kick-off and we don't get it right, and we concede directly from that. I think it's around a minute. So what chance do you give yourself in a game of football away from home in the National League? And then I think what I saw tonight were a group of players who looked fearful because they haven't won a huge amount of games recently. So, that's obviously, something that they need to be better at and we need to be better at. I just felt that, if I'm honest with you, I was slightly embarrassed, stood here, being 3-0 down at half-time, because the things in football that require no talent we didn't do tonight. We didn't win enough first contacts, we didn't win enough second balls, we didn't win enough tackles, 50-50s, we were losing all over the pitch. And I don't see that every day in training, so, that's a concern. We, ultimately, we are our own worst enemies this evening. When you come to a place where it's going to be hostile, and we talk about the pitch not being good and understanding what the opposition are going to do and their strengths, and you don't deal with them, then what can you do other than expect to get nothing from the game? So disappointing. Having said that, half-time was a painful one for everyone, and what the team did is they showed some resilience, some grit, some determination. Fletch, I thought, came on and gave us, some real impetus. We probably could have scored a couple more goals, and I thought we were much better in the second half. But at that point, the game's already gone. And then, unfortunately, Connor gets sent off the pitch, which obviously isn't ideal. I'm just going to try and speak to the referee and find out what the issue was with that, because I saw that he was getting booked, whether or not he was petulant in the way that he went about applauding the referee. So as I stand here right now, it's a painful one for me to take, and I know the players feel that way, and what we've got to do is report for training tomorrow morning and decipher as to why it happened. But my overriding reaction as to why it happened stood here right now is we didn't do the side of the game that you have to do, especially at this level of football, and that's win your 50-50s in your first and your second contacts.
And defensively, all season as well, we've gone behind early, and defensively again, 2 set-piece goals conceded tonight. What work do you think can be done to improve defensively?
Well, first of all, that's a mindset. Secondly, there's a lot of work that needs to be done with them, and that's my job, along with the coaches, to make sure that we improve. So they're going to suffer in training. They're going to have to without the ball, because we create some good opportunities in the second half. First half we didn't really threaten as much as we want, but it will come down to nothing other than hard work. And as I say, the players will suffer, not in terms of physically, but we're going to put a lot of information into them, because out of possession I felt tonight wasn't anywhere near the level that it needs to be.
And towards the end of the first half, a slight change in shape. What sort of prompted that reaction?
3-0 down, away from home, unacceptable. Something's got to change. And then, we've had to make substitutes. Had to try and change the momentum, change the feel before half-time. So, look, that was the reason, because the change in shape, because we're 3-0 down away from home, and unfortunately we've shot ourselves in the foot tonight, because it's too easy to score against us. So if you said to me what the players going to do for the next week, that's what they're going to do. They're going to work without the ball, because it needs to be more difficult to play against.
And last of all, 46 travelling supporters, 2 hours on a Tuesday night. A credit to the club, really.
Yeah, and went over and applauded them tonight. I got a bit carried away on Saturday because of speaking to the referee, so I didn't manage to get over there. So I went over there tonight and thanked them for their support. I understand their frustration, and and I also understand the emotion, and their annoyance will be with me. I totally get that. They clap the players, which they should do, but you've got to be able to stand up here and take the criticism when things don't go well, when you're a manager at any level of football. So I totally understand it. Look, my message to them would be thank you very much for their support on a Tuesday night. extremely disappointed and embarrassed in our performance. We've got to be better. That starts and finishes with me. Ultimately, you've got to own it. You know, tonight wasn't good enough for us as a football club, the standards that we set. So we've got now a period of 7 days to work on the next game. But as I say to you, it will look different, I promise, on next Tuesday against Sutton.
Matt, thank you for your time.
Thanks.